Well, hello and welcome to the Word for the Week. It's a shortened version and it's my Christmas message, which is coming to you for 2025. It seems to be the thing to do, doesn't it? You get these guys standing up in public places, sometimes wearing all manner of fancy dress, and they present the true meaning of Christmas, that sort of thing. And you look at it and you think, that's a lot of twaddle. That's not. Where's the donkey? And it just doesn't seem to add up. So what is it? What are we going on about with all this Christmas malarkey? And what's good about it? There's only really one way to stay on the track here. That's to get a grip of what you want to make the story say, fling it, then tell the story simply the way God wants to tell it, with the simple bits, which we're comfortable with, and the awesomely weird and wonderful bits that He wants to get across. The simple and the weird, the natural and the supernatural, the human and the divine, without soft peddling the awesome wonder of it, to push some either left-wing or right-wing political or social relevant agenda on a Christmasly, unsuspecting public. It's simple and it's weird. It can't be just one or the other. It's got to be both. And faithful people mustn't try to alter it to win people over by stroking them or saying comforting things and leaving out the things that are true about it. So here's the big picture story. And if you're worried, sticking to this is just going to bore people or put people off, that's nonsense. Just think about it. Every great story needs the dynamic tension of a crisis and a solution we care about. And thankfully this story has all that and then some more to be getting on with. And it comes with one big advantage. Historically, it's completely true. It's theologically and historically true. Naturally and supernaturally true. Simply and strangely true. And simply and strangely true in the experience of God's people today, because the effects of it are still ringing around this world. We can't leave any part of the amazing, weird, miraculous, but simple story out. And here's the outline of it. Here's the setup. God made us. He created humanity. And we've behaved like a bunch of reckless teenagers with what He's made. Here's the crisis. We broke God's heart and everything else through the disobedience of our, we could say, teenage rebellion. And if your teenage years were anything like mine, we could say that that leaves us wandering around a bit, looking on the journey of life for the way through. But every other path back to life and love turns out to be such a dead end. So here comes the climactic moment. God came in the form of Jesus to restore what we'd broken and to deal with that human teenage angst, living like people a little bit lost in the world. Here's the outcome. Here's where it gets us to. We can accept Jesus ourselves and live in peace with God and towards one another. Remember that bit from the angels? Glad tidings of great joy and all that stuff? Yeah, that. Real, alive, in people's lives today, because they've accepted the Christ of Christmas, the Christ who came to sort us out with Christmas, and who are keeping it simple and weird. Because that's the way the Christian life works out. We live a simple life, normal, ordinary life. But then at another level, there's another life going on at the same time. There's this wonderful, weird, there's a God in the world and He's doing things in us, for us and through us. Living close to Him. Living knowing Him. Because He sent His Son to take us from living under the rule book to living under the law. We've got to prove ourselves all the time. to following this Jesus, the adult Jesus, and experiencing the quality of life that doing that brings to us. See, when the world was ready for it, says old Paul, when the set time had fully come, at that point, God sent his Son, extraordinary, born of a woman, quite ordinary, to redeem those living under the law, so that we might receive the adoption of sons, with a Father in heaven, who's a great Father to have, to know, to live your life alongside, and to follow for the direction that he, in the person of his Son, gives for our human life. So this is Christmas. Keep it simple and keep it weird. Hear the story. Read the story. Chew over that story. Tell the story. And don't stop short there, but add it to your story, because you've turned away from self-pleasing to Jesus God-following, living in the awe and amazement at the glory and wonder of the one who's made you, brings into a life that's done that, making you a member of the family, an adopted son, much loved, or daughter, greatly loved, of the living God. May God bless you and your family and your friends this Christmas time. And may you know the joy the angels spoke about, because you've turned from self-pleasing to Jesus God following. Put your trust in the living God, and have found him quietly, being involved with, engaging, impacting your own life from way out there somewhere, as you live your ordinary life in his presence, day by day, not just for Christmas, because a God is not just for Christmas, but for every day that we walk the face of his earth.